Hello, my friends. Welcome back to episode 7 of our 10-minute English challenge. Today, let us travel to an ancient valley where a water carrier lived. Every day, he walked from the river to his master's house, carrying two large clay pots on a long pole across his shoulders. He was a simple man, but his work was very important. One of the pots was perfect. It was strong, beautiful, and always delivered a full portion of water. The other pot, however, had a crack in its side. By the time the water carrier reached the master's house, the cracked pot was only half full. This happened every day for 2 years. The perfect pot was very proud of its performance. It felt superior because it never failed. It would look at the cracked pot and say, "Why do you even bother? You are broken. You waste the water carrier's effort." The perfect pot believed that its worth came only from being flawless. The poor cracked pot was miserable. It felt ashamed of its imperfection. It felt like a failure because it could only do half of what it was designed to do. One day, by the river, it finally spoke to the water carrier. "I am so sorry," it whispered. "I want to apologize for my flaw." The water carrier looked down at the pot and asked, "What are you ashamed of?" The pot replied, "Because of this crack, water leaks out all the way to the house. You work so hard, but because of me, you don't get the full value for your efforts." The water carrier smiled gently. "Today, as we walk back to the master's house, I want you to look at the side of the path." He didn't get angry. He didn't promise to fix the crack. He simply asked the pot to pay attention to something it had never noticed before. As they climbed the hill, the cracked pot looked down. On its side of the path, there were beautiful, vibrant wildflowers growing everywhere. There were reds, yellows, and purples. On the other side of the path, the side of the perfect pot, the ground was dry, dusty, and empty. "Did you notice," the water carrier said, "that there are flowers only on your side? I knew about your flaw, so I planted flower seeds on your side of the path. Every day, as we walked back from the river, you watered them. Without you being exactly as you are, we would not have this beauty." The water carrier continued, "For 2 years, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my master's table. If you were not imperfect, the master would not have this beauty in his home." The cracked pot felt a strange warmth. For the first time, it realized its flaw was actually a gift. We are halfway through our challenge. My friends, many of you feel like that cracked pot. You think your English is broken because you make mistakes. You feel ashamed of your accent or your forgotten vocabulary. You think you are wasting the time of the people you talk to. But what if your flaws are actually watering the world? When you make a mistake and laugh at yourself, you create a connection. When you search for a word, you show your humanity. Your cracks are where the light of your personality shines through. Perfection is often cold. Imperfection is where life grows. The perfect pot was full of water, but it was also full of pride, sometimes. When we try to be perfect in English, we become stiff and boring. We become a wall that no one can climb. People don't fall in love with perfect grammar. They fall in love with the spirit of the person trying to communicate. Every time you try to speak English, even if you leak water, You are planting seeds. You are planting seeds of courage in your own heart. You are planting seeds of patience in the people who listen to you. You are creating a path of flowers that you cannot see yet. The water carrier didn't care about the lost water as much as he cared about the flowers. Your master, your future, your career, your family cares more about your effort and your growth than they do about a perfect sentence. The journey is the value, not just the destination. To accept the crack means to stop fighting yourself. It means saying, yes, I am learning. Yes, I am not perfect. And that is okay. When you accept your level, you stop wasting energy on shame. That energy can then be used to water more seeds. Acceptance is the beginning of true power. In Japan, there is an art called Kintsugi. They fix broken pottery with gold. The crack becomes the most beautiful part of the object. Think of your English mistakes as the gold in your story. They show that you have worked, you have struggled, and you have survived. As you listen to this story, let the words be like water for your soul. You are doing something very difficult by learning a new language. It is natural to feel cracked sometimes. But look at how many flowers you have already grown. Look at how much you have understood in these 7 days. The master in the story didn't want a perfect pot. He wanted the flowers. Your life doesn't want a perfect version of you. It wants the real version of you. The version that tries, the version that fails, and the version that keeps walking. This is what brings joy to the world. Feel the rhythm of the water carrier's footsteps. Left, right, left, right. He doesn't hurry. He doesn't complain. He just walks. Your English study should be a gentle rhythm. 10 minutes a day, every day. Some days the pot is fuller than others, but the rhythm never stops. We are entering the final chapters of episode 7. You have focused for over 8 minutes. This is a sign that you are healing your own shame. You are choosing to be present with yourself, flaws and all. This is the highest form of self-love. You are the master of your own valley. Take a moment today to look at your flowers. What can you do in English today that you couldn't do a month ago? Maybe you understood a joke, or maybe you finished this video. These are your wildflowers. Celebrate them. Don't look at the empty half of the pot. Look at the flowers on the path. It takes courage to be a cracked pot in a world of perfect ones. It takes courage to speak English when you know you will make mistakes. But that courage is what makes you beautiful. People are attracted to your bravery, not your perfection. Keep being brave. The valley is wide enough for all kinds of pots. There is room for the fast and the slow, the perfect and the cracked. You belong in this valley of English. You don't need to change who you are to be a great communicator. You only need to keep walking. The sun is beginning to set on the path today, casting a long, golden light over the valley. Look at your English skills in this light. They are not a burden. They are a masterpiece in progress. Every word you have struggled to learn, every sentence you have practiced, is shining right now. Your effort is being transformed into a bridge that will take you to places you've only dreamed of. You are a successful learner because you have the heart to stay on the path. You are exactly where you need to be, and the light is showing you the way home. Think about the legacy of that cracked pot. Long after the water carrier is gone, the flowers will remain. Their seeds will blow in the wind and create new gardens. Your English is a legacy, too. When you speak, you inspire others who are afraid. When you learn, you open doors for your children and your community. Your cracks are not just for you. They are the reason others feel brave enough to try. You are watering more than just your own life. You are watering the future. Now, let us sit in the silence of this forest for a moment. Listen to the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. This is the sound of growth. It isn't loud like a storm. It is quiet like the roots of a tree. In this silence, your brain is organizing the English you heard today. It is taking the water you provided and turning it into strength. Do not rush this moment. The most important things in life happen in the quiet spaces between our efforts. You are growing in the silence. You have become the master of your own valley. You have learned that perfection is a myth and that persistence is the only truth. No matter what tomorrow brings, remember the water carrier and his pots. Remember that beauty comes from the most unexpected places. You carry the pole, you carry the weight, and you carry the beauty. You are strong enough for the climb, and you are kind enough to appreciate the flowers. You are ready for everything that comes next. Congratulations! You have officially conquered the 7th episode of the 10-Minute English Challenge. This was our deepest journey yet, and you reached the end with grace. You have proven that you are a 1,000-mile learner who values the beauty of the journey over the destination of perfection. Like, subscribe, and share this message of hope with someone who feels broken today. I am so incredibly proud of your beautiful cracks and your golden heart. I will see you in our next 10-minute journey, my friends.